All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem or Kakadash. That's all praises to who the world ignorantly calls God in Jesus Christ. The true names in the Hebrew is Yahweh for the Heavenly Father, and Yahweh Shai for his beloved Son. I also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, which are preaching this word and believing in Yahweh Bashim Shai. In these times, I'm the brother Tazabon at Great Millstone, the Arizona camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I wanted to go on something that the elder said in this video because it's something that needs to be pondered on in those that call themselves Israelites. You know, this warning is especially to you because the scriptures tell you that judgment is going to begin at the house of Israel first. So I'm going to play it.
Because when you go to particular restaurant stores, they scan your head to see if you are your temperature is at a particular point. But the new scan is going to be to see if you've been vaccinated and eventually chipped. And if you're not in line, you're not going to be able to go to the store. You're not going to be able to live a regular life. And then they have a concentration camp set up for those who don't plan on accepting it. Okay? And you Israelite groups have taken gifts to where you can't speak against these things. Sirach 20.
And that's really what it is. A lot of men, and it's no new thing. A lot of men have taken under the table gifts, man. Why are there men popping up that ain't been in this truth for a year and 20 years plus? Why is it that randomly there's all these other random guys popping up, putting GMS on their channels? You know, why are these things happening? Why is there something so drastic as this current pandemic that you can see is worsening, even more so? There was an article that I saved on RT, which is showing how where's this at, man? Which is showing people are starting to look at that whole this whole term Build Back Greater. It was trending on social media. Where's it at? There's so much news coming out, man. Here worse than and I need to do a lesson on what I'm speaking about, because the fact that the Great Reset was trending on social media. Let's see if I can find it like that. That's the actual U.S. broke, U.S. dollar, orders vaccine, Air Force. Give me a second. I gotta grab it. Here it is. And they call it a conspiracy theory, but it's really not a conspiracy theory, because the whole idea of the Great Reset right here is detailed on the World Health Organization's website. It says Great Reset conspiracy theory takes Twitter by storm after Trudeau's speech on COVID-19. You know, so that Great Reset, man, is something that you have to take a look at. And why is it that all these people in the world can sit here and be like, you know what, there's something about this that don't sound right, but you have men that call themselves Israelites not speaking about these things? And the elder said it right. Some men have taken bribes, have taken those under the table deals, and now you don't want to speak on these things because you've made a deal not to speak on these things. This is I'm gonna get into these scriptures now. This is a proverb. I'll start at Ecclesiastes, Salakia. Start at Ecclesiastes 7:7. It says, surely oppression maketh the wise man mad. And this is why you see brothers out here so fervent in the spirit, you know, and quickly getting out that judgment and doing this work as fast, because we see great oppression on the rise, man. It says, and a gift destroyed the heart. So these people have taken gifts and it destroyed their heart, meaning their mind, what they were going for, man, because somebody put an unattainable number in any other means in front of them, and they tuck to it. And we have laws and commandments, and these other Israelite groups are so big on the law, but they'll take these bags and in certain men like IUIC making 501c3s. At the end of the day, when did the Lord tell you to make a deal with any of the heathen? At the end of the day, that's what it is. You don't see the elders and apostles of Great Millstone making deals with governments to get tax exemptions and stuff like that. Why would you need that? If you're just preaching a word, why would you need that? This is Ecclesiastes 2:23 or Exodus 23. And I'll start at 7. It says, keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. So the Lord's telling you he's not going to justify the wicked. It says, verse 8, and thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blinded the wise and perverted the words of the righteous. And this is why we were told not to do that, because we're supposed to be judges, priests and judges, kings and priests. A priest judges in these matters. We're supposed to be the judges in the earth, but there's men in we can speculate, but the Lord's going to reveal these things, because the scriptures tell you there shall be nothing done in the dark that shall not be brought to the light. But here it is, there's men that's not speaking on certain things, like the mark of the beast, the RFID chip, or the negative side effects in the negative attributes of taking Esau's injection jabs, in the form of vaccines. You see? So you have to be really wise and in tune and sit here and ponder these things. Why are these men not speaking on it when you can see it's going to be a very relevant part of your life? Remember, the scriptures tell you the Lord said he has set watchmen upon thy tower that shall never hold their peace day and night. He said, give them warning from me. Obviously, there's something to be warned about, but there's certain men that don't want to warn about certain things. Why is this? 1 Samuel 8 and 3, it says, and his son walked in and not in the way. I'll start at 2. It says, I'll start at 1. It says, and it came to pass when Samuel was old, and that he made his sons judges over Israel. Right? Now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of his second Abiah. It says, they were judges in Beersheba, and his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after lucre, meaning money, and took bribes and perverted judgment. So there's men doing these same things now. The scriptures that say that which was is that which shall be done. It's nothing new, man. There's men doing these things now. But at this point, when these things happen, you have to, you believe me, man, that you're supposed to be able to discern these things. You don't want to get taken away because you followed the wrong men. This is Proverbs 17. And 3. It says, Proverbs 17 and 23, Salakia. Proverbs 17 and 23, it says, a wicked man taketh a gift out of the bosom to pervert the ways of judgment. And this is a matter that needs to be judged. So you have wicked men that took a gift and perverted the judgment on how you're supposed to deal with these times. You're not to be taken at that Esau shit, man. The scriptures tell you not to trust your enemy. But here it is, you're willing to have this devil come up with a concoction over something that's 98% that has been reported by the NHS having a 98% recovery rate, but you're gonna sit here and inject yourself, not knowing what the hell is in this, and allow this devil to put what God knows what in you, knowing damn well they've been reporting that all this unclean shit is gonna be in it, like horseshoe crab blood. Why are the same men that sit here and talk about the law, not sitting here coming against these things? This is First Maccabees 1:11, because these same men are back here now. Is it First Maccabees 1:11? It says, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and take a covenant and make a covenant with the heathen." There's men that doing it now. You know, not too long ago, you had Nate sit here and say to one of his followers that asked him if they want me to take such and such magazines, you know, what should I do? Because they heard us and they knew it wasn't good, because we gave the warning. But certain men being dumb dogs, and let me grab that. This is Isaiah 56. And 10, it says, "His watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs. They cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber." And we're supposed to be given an alarm, just like dogs do. If somebody comes near your house, a dog will start barking. I got two. They'll do it all day and let you know that somebody's coming. But these men are dumb dogs, not letting you know the danger and the possible danger that's near your home. So they're sleeping, lying down. They can't bark. It says, yeah, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. Because what? They've taken a purse. They've taken that gift that destroyed and perverted their judgment. It says, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They go off in the scriptures, breaking it down all wrong. It says they all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. And that's what happens, man. You have men and you know, men that'll sit here and try to sit here and talk about building Israelite communities when the scriptures tell you he hates you to flee from these times. Why are you talking about building a community when the scriptures tell you all the elements shall be burnt up with fervent heat? You know, it says, come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. So they're false prophets, man, telling you everything's going to be good. But the scriptures tell you in Jeremiah 28:8, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries. This is against countries of evil, famine, and pestilence. You know, this is what prophets spoke of, evil times. You know, so I'm going to go back to First Maccabees 1. It's First Maccabees 1:11 again. It says, in those days went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us, for since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. And this is what they're doing. They're afraid of going through that straight gate. That's the problem with Jake, man. They love to sit in comfort all the time. But the Lord said, blessed is he that endured to the end. Why would he have to say endure if there was not something that was going to be unpleasant? So there were wicked men that went out in the time of the Maccabees and in almost every generation that sat here and tried to pervert judgment and lead other souls away, man. And those same souls are back. So let me grab this. This is Isaiah 28. And 15. It says, start at 14. Wherefore hear the word of Yahweh, ye scornful men, that rule this people which is in Jerusalem, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. And you can go that into his desire is as death and hell. Who is that? It was talking about in that scriptures, in that scripture, whose desire is death and hell. Let me get that. Habakkuk 2 and 5, it says, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keeping at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell and as his death. Now let's go back to that. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement, meaning Esau, Edom. It says, when the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come upon us unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Because they sat here and made these deals and went under these falsehoods, they think they're going to be fine. And that's not going to be the case. It says, verse 16, therefore thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation. He that believeth shall not make haste. It says, and I was talking about Yahweh Shai. He's that sure cornerstone, that cornerstone, that sure foundation, man. Because nothing was able to move Yahweh Shai. You know, Satan even came to Yahweh Shai himself, and the Lord rebuked him in the spirit. It says, judgment also will I lay to the lion, and righteousness to the plummet, and the hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and the waters shall overflow the hiding places. So when that hell comes, that's what those waters are. It's talking about a flood of waters. That's representative of a flood. A flood brings what? Disaster and catastrophe. So when that hell comes, that's how it's going to sweep away the lies. The Lord's going to reveal who is really with them. Verse 18, and your covenant with debt shall be disannulled. And disannulled means not it basically I'll just get the full on definition. This is in the blue letter. Where was it at? 17, 18. Is that Isaiah 28? Isaiah 28. And Isaiah 28, 19 and 18. Disannul, this is Kapar. Yeah, Kapar. Going to Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur. And it says to cover, purge, make an atonement, make a reconciliation, cover over with pitch, to cover, pacify, appropriate. It says to cover over, atone for sin, make an atonement. So the Lord said he's going to disannul that agreement you had. He's going to take away that deal. It says, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, then ye shall be trodden down by it. So when hell starts kicking off, you that took the deal, you gonna be in just as much hell, and most likely more, for taking that deal. It says, for the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you. For morning by morning it shall pass over. By day and by night it shall be a vexation only to understand the report. Because you're going to start hearing about your friends getting caught up. You're going to start hearing about more and more people dying. You're going to hear being closer and closer to your house. And you're going to see that it didn't work out for you, man. It says, verse 20, it says, for the bed is shorter than a man can stretch himself on it, and the covering narrow than he can wrap himself in it. You see? So you're not going to be able to be covered by that wicked deal you made to sit here and not speak on these things. You know? So for you Israelites out there, man, do not take this devil's vaccine. Do not take this devil's mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip. You know, beware of these things and build your faith now, man. Pray, fast, you know, call on the Lord now, man, because hell is about to hit. You know, so Lord willing, this is edifying. I'm going to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahshua, Bashim, Shalom.